Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. And on this training, we are going to continue discussing the webhook integration options. And more specifically, we're going to talk about this email unsubscribe webhook option. You see, with PhoneBurner, you can send emails in a few different ways. The most common way is to trigger an email based off of the call outcome. And in those emails, there's a link that will allow somebody to unsubscribe from your emails. Now, when somebody unsubscribes from those emails, obviously, PhoneBurner is going to know about it, but you may need to get that information from PhoneBurner into some other system. And that's exactly what this webhook option allows. So let's go ahead and jump over to Zapier. As a reminder, I'm only using Zapier as an example. You don't have to use Zapier, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new Zapier. But let's not forget to give it a name. I'm going to go ahead and call it Email Unsubscribe. And it's going to be a webhook. Again, it's going to be a catch hook. I'm going to skip this option. And we're going to take this URL here, go over to our settings, and we're going to paste it in. And then go ahead and save changes. Now we have updated our account. So anytime somebody unsubscribes, PhoneBurner is going to send the contact information to this webhook URL. So now let's go ahead and test that. All right, so here you can see I've clicked on the link in one of my emails that I received to unsubscribe. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Yes, Remove Me. Once I do that, that specific contact record should be unsubscribed from receiving emails. We can check on that. I think it was for Sarah here. Let's double check. Yep, it was Sarah. So we should see, yep, email status is unsubscribed. So now sending emails from PhoneBurner to this specific contact record is going to be blocked. But now let's jump back over to Zapier, and we should have received a payload from PhoneBurner so that we can do something with it. And sure enough, here it is. This is the contact details of the record that just unsubscribed. Let's go ahead and continue. And obviously, there's a lot of things you may want to do with this. In this specific training, I'm going to stick with my Google Sheet. And I'm going to go ahead and create another row. Before I go any further here, though, I'm going to create another new sheet. Rename it. And then, of course, we need to define what kind of information we want to capture. I'm just going to capture some basic information here. And then maybe an unsubscribe date or something like that, right? Now let's jump back over to Zapier. Let's continue on down, connect it to my account. And our action is going to connect to my drive. It's going to update the specific sheet and the specific worksheet, which is the new one that we just created, email unsubscribes. Hopefully I spelled that right. And then we're going to do contact name, first name, space, last name, caller name. Now, caller name, that's kind of irrelevant because nobody actually called this specific contact. So we're going to leave that one alone. Phone number, that one's actually irrelevant as well. I need to change this to email address. Let's go see if we can update that real quick. Let's refresh the field, see if it changes that name. Yep, there we go. Okay, perfect. So let's ignore caller name and let's grab the email address. We want that contact ID. I always like to capture contact IDs. And the unsubscribe date. Now, we don't actually include the date here because we send it at the date and time that that happened. So we're actually going to use an option in Zapier to just insert the date and time of this. So we're going to take advantage of a feature in Zapier to just take the date and time of right now when this happens and pass it through. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. and test the action. And so we should see that here. And sure enough, that record is now on our email unsubscribe list in our Google spreadsheet. Now, of course, if we were using an external database, let's say maybe we had this specific contact record in some sort of email campaign in some other system, we'd probably want to get them unsubscribed from that email campaign as well. And so we would, rather than update a Google spreadsheet, we would update that other system. So anyway, as I've mentioned before, I'm just using Google Sheets as a way to illustrate how this can be done. Obviously, everybody's going to use this just a little bit differently. So I hope this helps you better understand how you can take advantage of the email unsubscribe webhook option so that you and your team can get more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.